Hey guys, today I wanted to take you on a trip through the Columbia Gorge. And this place is really awesome. It's undersold. It's not commercialized as a tourist destination very well by Washington or Oregon, but that's where it flows. It comes out of Kennewick, goes clear to Astoria. It's awesome for fishing, windsurfing, and a lot of different other attractions. The first place that I wanted to take you through, everybody knows one of the first destinations you see when you're on I-84 going through the gorge is Multnomah Falls. So I'm not going to talk a lot about that because that's oversold for what it is. It's an okay hike. It's fun. But what about once you get past Multnomah Falls? What else is there? Well, the first place I'm going to take you is Cousin's Restaurant in the Dalles. And the hotel is nice. The food is good. It's okay. The gift shop is okay. The pot pies are phenomenal, and that's what it's known for. And to give you an idea how this works, my wife got upset at me when we went to the Yankee pot roast down in Grants Pass, and I didn't want to eat the pot roast because I grew up on pot roast. And if you've ever had a great pot pie, then you know you're living. It was phenomenal. So I highly recommend it among other destinations that I'll take you to on the Columbia Gorge. One thing I did want to warn you guys about is the Bridge of the Gods, and then there's another bridge when you're heading west. If you cross the 205 on the Columbia, and then there's another bridge at the Dalles to cross, you won't have to pay a toll. The other bridges are toll bridges. They're rip-off. They're lousy bridges. They're horrible. I hate to see those guys making money off of people who don't have a choice but to cross in those areas. So if you can, cross the 205 or cross later on down at the Dalles on Highway 84.
Well, the board that we have that has the longest track. So the kiteboarding, you strap one of these to your waist or seat, and you hook in to a little bar, and you have steering, back and forth steering of the kite up there, and you can twirl the kite and do all different things. You can jump. I jump 50 feet in the air.
Is this kind of next level compared to what we looked at down there?
No, because that guy's doing what we just looked at there.
Oh
And
my
that guy's
gosh. Okay.
20 feet in the air.
So you actually catch air doing that?
Well, you can do that. That's like super pro. When you start doing this, it's way easier to jump in the beginning stages of this than it is the winging. But the winging is more casual, and some people are scared of the lines and strings and the having to launch this. You need to have 100 feet without any trees to launch one of these because the strings are 75 feet long. So there's hazards or there's things you have to overcome with the winging you can be completely by yourself, walk out into a high lake at 7,000 feet with trees all the way around it where you wouldn't be able to launch this, and you can go out wing foiling, which is what that guy's doing, without support. You would need support from somebody for that.
Okay, all right. So I get you. This is kind of like a lower level, but this looks way more fun.
You said it, I did. There's people of all ages getting into the winging. It has the stigmatism of being less dangerous. I would argue that it's more because you fall and hit the foil and hurt yourself that way. If you learn this right and you pay somebody a little bit to teach you the safety of it, and you can really do this without hurting yourself. Okay. The guy who slammed himself into the building in Florida in like 2008, he was an idiot. Wow. He didn't know what he was doing. He was out in a hurricane. He shouldn't have been out there. It was his first time ever flying a kite like that. Shouldn't have been doing anything like that. Got himself in a bad situation, made a bad name for the sport. Slingshot, it's a really good brand, real well-known brand. You got the really nice big clear windows so you can see where you're going when you're flying it. Got nice foam handles, and you know, go out into the park and fly around with it and feel how you can make it jump yourself and all those things. So,
is that kind of a one size fits all for like a kid?
Yeah, this would be fun to play in. Because you can fly it like this. Like you see how these guys are flying it just with one hand behind them, not even like hands down to it.
Oh yeah.
It's just like a little glider there. It's not creating any power. So when you don't want it to have power, you can make it not have power, or you can make it have just a tiny bit of power by holding it like this, or a little bit more power by holding it like this, or even the full power by holding it here. So you have some options. So lots of different people can use the same wing in a lot of different wind ranges, but you wouldn't be scared of getting out on this, even if it was like over 30 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour. You wouldn't be like, don't take this out, it's too much wind, you're gonna hurt yourself, because it doesn't. Because you can do that with more.
Yeah.
You can just let it fly right behind you. So.
Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate your time, man. Thanks for showing me. Bridge of the Gods, going over the Columbia River. I hate this frickin' bridge. I hate it. Hey guys, Tim here again. I'm at the Escambia County line on the Washington side of the Columbia River, and this is where all the windsurfing is, buddy. Every river, including this one, from the Oregon and the Washington side, runs into the Columbia, and there's awesome kayaking off the hook. There's sturgeon fishing, there's great hunting. I've done muzzleloader hunting here. It's phenomenal, and this is where to go. Alright guys, heading north to Trout Lake, Washington, backside of Mount St. Helens. Alright guys, in the tiny little Washington town of Stevenson, you've got more windsurfers, and for a riverboat tour, the American Empress riverboat tour out of Stevenson, Washington on the Columbia Gorge. guys, there's the shuttle to the American Empress right here, and we're at the west front, the Skamana Port waterfront right here. I think they're really nice people. They're cool staff. So that's the American Empress. It's a boat that apparently it's a tour that can last up to a week or longer. And they have ships all over the place. Mississippi, here, and other places in the US.